interacted with kinship. So hyenas were still providing coalitionary support to close kin. So this suggests that when we keep the level of genetic relatedness constant, then, and think about the cost, that matters. If we change the level of cost, then kinship is also coming into play here. Okay? So it's very dynamic. There's lots of different situations here, and the hyenas are keeping track of all of this. Okay? And making this decision in like 30 seconds as well. Okay? So this is an audience effect, suggesting that they're modulating behavior based on this cost. And how are they actually coordinating all of this? Well, hyenas form social alliances, and they signal these social alliances to genetic kin. And they often do this through this greeting behavior. So these are two adult females, and they're standing head to tail with each other and sniffing each other's anogenital region. So it's kind of like dogs at the dog park that are sniffing each other. That's how they say hello. And it turns out that hyenas are actually, one of the functions of this behavior is to promote coalition formation. So just briefly, I'll show you one part of this work. But basically, if you look at the timing of when a coalition forms, so two animals attacking another one, the percentage of coalitions that formed were less likely before a greeting than they were after a greeting. So this suggests that animals that are going to form a coalition are more likely to do so directly after greeting with each other, this intimate situation with one of the animals with the strongest bite force of any land mammal, right? So powerful jaws, and I'll show you a video of what this looks like. They're actually doing this, and this is promoting a coalition to form, okay? And you might notice that these females have this really unique genitalia, and they actually urinate, copulate, and give birth through this fully erectile pseudopenis. So I'll show you a video so you could be looking for that, because why not? The hyena here on the left, she's walking up, and she's just joined the group, and she's lifting her leg, and this other hyena is then lifting her leg. And so these greetings, they last only about 30 seconds. And it's basically when one hyena is coming up, joining a new group, and this is one way of interacting. And they're very selective about who they do this with, and they typically will do this with their coalition partners, most of which are kin. Okay, so kin are helping each other. They're varying this based on their costs. Does kinship protect hyenas from being targets of aggression? Not really, not at all. And actually, hyenas are targeting kin, genetic relatives, very often. So here, this is another one of these social networks. We have Whoopi, Jabberwocky, Murphy. They all have these individual names so we can keep track of them. And this is an attack network. So Murphy, our high-ranking female, she directs coalitionary attacks. This is who she's targeting. So I'm helping someone else, but I'm directing my coalitionary attack towards someone. Is it my genetic relative or not? And it turns out oftentimes it's her genetic relative. So Murphy is attacking Kipling, her sister. Kipling is attacking Jabberwocky, and poor Hobbit here at the bottom of the dominance hierarchy is just really getting hammered. So it turns out that hyenas are doing what we call conservative coalitions, where they're typically attacking animals that are already socially dominant to themselves. So I'm helping someone else, but I'm getting a lot out of it because I'm reinforcing where I am in the dominance hierarchy. Okay? And turns out this is actually pretty common. And this actually flies in the face of some of the predictions for thinking about Hamilton's rule and kin selection. Okay? So just to sum up the hyenas here, basically there's strong evidence of nepotism towards paternal and maternal kin, but kin are actually targeted during aggression. Okay. What time does the class start?
You have 20 minutes.
Awesome. Good. Right on time. So this is, spent years thinking about this stuff. So basically, maternal kinship is important, paternal kinship is important, and regardless of that, hyenas are still fighting with their relatives. Okay? We all know this at home, but you could just think about it. So this is what we see in the natural world as well. So what about in another species, totally different species. This is a rodent, not related at all to the carnivores, other than they're both mammals. So we'll ask the same question. Do free-living mammals bias affiliative behavior towards kin and fail to attack kin in competitive situations?